let's say 3,480, right? So how do you find the square root of something like this? Even perfect squares, you can find the square root in this way. So මෙතන අපි කරන්නේ, first of all, we divide this number into 2-digit pairs. Digits දෙකේ pairs වලට අපි divide කරනවා. Divide කරන්නේ දැන් if you take 3,480, where is the decimal point, ළමයි? Where's the decimal point?
After 0.
After 0, right? That's why you can't see it. This is where the decimal point is. Decimal point එකේ ඉඳන් පටන් ගන්න තමයි we divide the number into 2-digit pairs. Right? Digits දෙකේ pairs වලට කඩනවා. So මෙතන ඉඳන් ගත්තාම 0 and 8 can be one pair, 4 and 3 can be another pair. So we break it into 2-digit pairs starting from the decimal point to the front. ඊට පස්සේ මම ඒක ඒ විදිහට ලියනවා. 34 එක ළඟ ලියනවා, 80 එක ළඟ ලියනවා. And now I'm going to start dividing. What is this perfect square that is immediately before 34? What is the perfect? Yes.
25.
25, right? So 25 is created as 5 into 5. Square root again, 5 into 5, 25. So I will put 5 into 5, 25. 34 minus 25, 9 remaining. In normal division, we would just take this number down. 8 man පල්ලෙහාට ගන්න. But this is not normal division, this is long division method. Here what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this, bring this entire pair down. අපි හැමලෙම තනි numbers එක නෙවෙයි ළමයි deal කරන්නේ here. We always deal with pairs. So we bring this 80 down. That would be 980. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the next step is, now that I brought 80 down, next step is, කවුද දැන් මෙතන ඉන්නේ 5. උඩ ඉන්නවා 5. Only 5 is there. What is the double of 5?
25.
No, double.
10.
10. So I take this 5 and I take the double of that. And double of that is 10. Mama 10 මෙන්න මෙතන ලියනවා. ලියලා, then I have to put another number here. That same number I should put here to get 980. For an example, that means මෙතන 3 දැම්මොත් මම මෙතන 3 දාන්න ඕනේ. So 3 times 103 would be 309. ඒ වගේ මොනවාද අපි දාන numbers ටික කියලා බලමු. Okay. So let's see. As I said, let's put 3, 3, 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. Tamadine 980 can itra godak වැඩි. So 3 හරියන්නේ. Let's put 4. Let's put 7, 8. Let's try and put 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 1 is 8. අපි නිකන් 9 දාලා බලමු. මෙතන 9 නාවන. ඒ කියන්නේ 109 multiplied by 9. So 9 times 9 is 72. 9 times 1 is 9. Oh, 9 works, no? No, 9 doesn't work. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 9, 81. 9 times 1, 9. So that gives us 981. But here there is only 980. So we'll put 8. Up to that point, is it clear, Laman?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Zuha?
Yes.
Okay. Then 0 minus 4, that is 10 minus 4 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. And 9 minus 8 is 1. Right? Now we have remaining. We have remaining. Usually ළමයි in square root questions ඒගොල්ලන් කියනවා find the answer to 1 decimal place or to 2 decimal place එහෙම කියලා කියනවා. If they ask you to find the answer to 2 decimal places, you have to find the answer to 3 decimal places. And then you round it off so that it's 2. ඔයගලන්ට first decimal place එකට හොයන්න කිව්වොත් ඔයා decimal places දෙකක් හොයලා first decimal place එකට round off කරනවා. That is how we usually do. Okay, so anyways, now here we have 160. දැන් මෙතන මුකුත් numbers නෑ අපිට පල්ලෙහාට ගේන්න. මම මොකද කරන්නේ? අතෙන්. This is something I introduced. I put 2 zeros here. When I put 2 zeros there, I put a decimal number, so a decimal point like that. A normal division වගේ අපි කරන්නේ අතෙන් 0 එකක් දාලා decimal point එක දාන ඒ වගේ මෙතන අතෙන් zeros දෙකක් දානවා because we are working with pairs. Then what I do is I bring this 0 0 pair down. Okay. And now what is here at the top? At the top we have 58. And what is twice 58? 2 times 8 is 16, 1 remaining, 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1, 11. So that is 116. Then, mama මෙයා උඩ ඉන්නේ කවුද? ඒ කෙනාගේ double තමයි මම මෙතන ලියන්නේ. And then I have to put a number here. That same number I have to put here. Up to that point, is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So, what are we going to put here? Let's see, 1, 1. Oh, that's too little, right? අපි දාමු නිකන් බලමු 8 8 වගේ දාලා. Can 1168 multiplied by 8. 1168 multiplied by 8. 8 times 8, 64. 6 remaining. 8 times 6, 48. 48 plus 6 is 54. 5 remaining. 8 times 1 is 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1 remaining. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 1, 9. 9,344. ඒත් මදි නේ මෙතන 11,000 ගානක් තියන්නේ. අපි නිකම්මට බලමු 99 දාලා. 9 අපිට අන්න පුළුවන් maximum, right? So let's put 9. 1,169 multiplied by 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 6 is 54. 54 plus 8 is 62. 6 remaining. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 remaining. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 1, 10. Yat ගාන්ට තියෙනවා. So ඊට වඩා අපිට වැඩි කරන්න බෑ. So this is the maximum. So let's put 10,521. Now what is remaining? 0 වලින් 1 අඩු කරන්න බෑ. 10 වලින් 1 අඩු කරාම we get 9. Then here 9, 9 වලින් 2 අඩු කරාම 7. So here 5, 5 වලින් 5 අඩු කරාම 0. 11 වලින් 10 අඩු කරාම we get 1. So we get the answer 1,079. Up to this point, is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Zuha?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. ඕනේ නම් තව දැන් හිතන්න first decimal place එකට හොයන්න කිව්වොත් ඔයාට decimal places දෙකකට හොයන්න එපා. So you have to repeat this by introducing more and more zeros. So මෙහෙම zeros දෙකක් ආවා. මෙයාව මෙහෙම පල්ලෙහාට ගත්තා. The last step we'll do. So දැන් බලන්න උඩ ඉන්නේ කවුද? 589. So මුළු එක්කෙනාගේම double අපි ගන්න ඕනේ. Right? 589 ගේ double. 2 times 9 is 18. 1 remaining. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1, 17. 1 remaining. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1, 11. Then I have to put one number here. That same number I should put here. So you can work out different numbers and see which one works. For an example, up in 7, 7. 11,787 multiplied by 7. 7 times 7, 49. 7 times 8 is 56 plus 4, 60. 7 times 7, 49 plus 6, 55. 5 remaining. 7 times 1, 7 plus 5 is 12. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 1, 8. මදි නේ අපි බලමු 8 දාලා. So 8 times 8 is 64, 6 remaining, 8 times 8, 64 plus 6 is 70, 8 times 7 is 56, plus 7 would be 56, plus 7 would be 63. So 6, 8 times 1 is 8, plus 6 is 14, 1 remaining, 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1, 9. So එයාත් මදි ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඕනනම් 9 උත් දාලා බලන්න පුළුවන්, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is 8, 9 එහෙම දාලා maximum එක්කෙනාව ඔයා ගන්නවා. And then you put it here. Okay? So අපි කියමු මෙතන maximum එක්කෙනා එන්න ඕනේ to save time I will use a calculator which you cannot use. Oh, we can put 9. ඔයගොල්ලන් අතෙන් හදන්න ඕනේ. මම මේ time එක save කරන්න ඕනේ හින්දා 106,101. Oh no, no, we get the answer as 58.99. Now you have to round it off to one decimal place. Itana question Then now your answer is 58.99. May I get square root again? How do you round it off to one decimal place? I mean, the 9 again. Can you round this off to one decimal place? Can you round this off to one decimal place? Yeah? Yeah. So make a one decimal place or a round off.
59.0.
Yeah, correct. 59.0. Maria also got it. 59.0. 1 second. Please excuse me. Okay, Rama, do you all have any other questions to discuss before we move on to our normal lessons? Maria?
teacher.
No. Okay. Zuha? Anything else that you found confusing?
Teacher, I have a small problem in the past papers.
Okay. What is the
Shall I
question?
send a photo?
Yeah, sure. I think Maria, you're also okay with discussing some questions, right? Because you're,
Yes,
yeah. Yes, Suha, please send on WhatsApp. Uh, 1 second. Okay, this is the right WhatsApp. Send now, no? Um, I look terrible in this screenshot. Okay, which question, Zuha? Oh, okay, photo icon, Zuha, can you put to the everyone chat so that Maria also can have a look? And let me know which one it is. Three and four. Okay. Third key there are 32 notes of 20 rupees and 50 rupees in the tail, totaling to 1,240. Taking the number of 20 notes as X and 50 notes as Y, form a pair of simultaneous equations for the above information. Solve the above equations. Okay, it's simultaneous equations. Let me get the question to the whiteboard. Okay. So we have to make, first we have to make a pair of simultaneous equations. So when you're doing simultaneous equations questions, first step equations construct when you're constructing the two equations, don't be obsessed with theory. Just read and get it logically. That's the best advice that I can give when you construct simultaneous equations. So how do we do this? Let's see. There are 32 notes of 20 rupees. And okay, so that's a till. May till like 20 rupee notes suttiyanava, 50 rupee notes suttiyanava. We don't know how many. We don't know how many. We just know that there are multiple 20 rupee notes and multiple 50 rupee notes. The total number of money notes is 32. Harida, Megulan kiyanava 20 rupee notes Ghana, the number of 20 rupee notes is X. The number of 50 rupee notes is Y. How many total number of notes are there in this still limit?
32.
32. So that means X plus Y is 32. X kyanne 20 kola kiyak tiyanawada? y is 50 කොළ කීයක් තියෙනවද? 32 කියන්නේ ඔක්කොම කොළ ගන්න. Right? Just whatever language you feel comfortable, whatever way you feel comfortable, just think of it logically. Right? හරි. දැන් ඒක ඉවරයි. ඊළඟට okay, so if there are x number of 20 rupee notes, right? Yes. 20 rupee එක note එක ගන්න 20 නේ. ඒ වගේ 20 rupee notes දෙකක් තිබ්බොත් 40. 20 rupee notes තුනක් තිබ්බොත් 60. 20 rupee notes පහක් තිබ්බොත් 100. ඒ වගේ මෙතන තියෙනවා 20 rupee notes x ගානක්. plus 50 rupee notes y ගානක්. 50 rupee note එකක් ගත්තොත් 50. 50 rupee note තුනක් ගත්තොත් 150. 50 rupee note පහක් ගත්තොත් that's 250. Likewise, here there are y number of 50 rupee notes. So that total is 1250. So these are our two simultaneous equations, which I will label as 1 and 2. Okay. Zuha, is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
All right. So first step is done. That is constructing the two simultaneous equations. Second step is checking if there is a common element. You have to form a common element. Okay. So method x thina, method 20x thina, not common. Method y thina, method 50y thina, not common. If there are no common elements, we have to make common elements. Mama 20 common karanang. For that, I take equation number 1 and I multiply it by 20. So 20 multiplied by x is 20x. Plus 20 multiplied by y is 20y. Equals 20 multiplied by 32 is 2 times 32, 64, 0 comes 640. This is my equation number 3. So I have to consider equation number 2 and equation number 3. On them balanna 20x, 20x, we have a common element. So first equations deka hadagata, second common element problem sorted. Third step we check the sign in front of the common elements, right? So metana thiyenne plus, metana thiyenne plus. That means in front of the common element, we have similar sign. When we have similar sign in front of the common element, we subtract the equations. If the sign in front of the common element are different, plus minus wage venas tiyanona, we add the two equations. So here ekama sign එක හින්දා we subtract. So when subtracting, ලොකු එකේනා ගෙන පොඩි එකේනා subtract කරන්නේ, right? So I will subtract 2 minus 3. So second equation is 20x plus 50y minus third equation එක හැමලෙම subtract කරද්දී brackets අරින්න, right? 20x plus 20y equals right side here, second equation we have 1240. Here we have 640. So 20x plus 50y minus times plus is minus 20x minus times plus is minus 20y. Here 0 1 is 0 subtract kara, 4 1 is 4 subtract kara, 12 1 is 6 subtract kara 6. So plus 20x minus 20x gets cancelled. 50y minus 20y is 30y equals 600. Divide both sides by 30. 30 cancel luna. Y equals 600 divided by 30. May 0 to May 0 cancel luna. 3 times 2 is 6. So we get y is 20. Up to that point, is it clear, Lama? Give me a thumbs up, please. Okay. Now we have to find x. So we can pick 1, 2, 3 equations. I will pick the first equation, x plus y equals 32. So I have to substitute. Substituting in 1. 1 x plus y equals 32. So x I don't know yet, but y I found out it's 20 equals 32. So x equals 32. When this 20 is brought to other side, it's minus 20. So 32 minus 20 is 12. So x is 12. Up to that point, is it clear? Zuha, is it clear? And Shashaprabha and Maria? All right. Solve the above equations and find the number of 20 rupee notes and 50 rupee notes separately. Then මෙතනින් නැවතුවොත් ඔයාලට ලකුණක් cap. I mean, මේ කරපු ටිකට obviously you're going to get marks, but you will not get full marks. ඔයාලා අන්තිමට මෙහෙම ලියන්න ඕනේ. මොකද්ද කොහොමද ලියන්නේ? What? No, you just found x නේ. මොකද්ද x කියන්නේ? X කියන්නේ number of 20 rupee notes. And what did we found? What did we find? That is 20. 12. So y is number of 50 rupee notes. We get that as 20. Base statements දෙක ලියන්න ඕනේ. It's very, very important. Okay. So that is about that. And then B part. I will move to this side for B. Solve 5 over a minus 3 plus 2 over a minus 3 equals 1, 3 over 4. Okay. Excuse me. So if you look at the left side, we have two fractions. Fractions ගොඩාක් තියාගෙන වැඩ කරන්න හරි අමාරුයි, right? So ගොඩාක් තියෙන fractions අපි පුළුවන් තරම් like we have to make sure that we reduce the number of fractions. So the best way to reduce these two fractions is that you get the common denominator. මෙයාගේ අමුතුවෙන් මහන්සි වෙන දෙයක් නෑ because see a minus 3, a minus 3. So it's already the common denominator. එහෙනම් මම ලියනවා a minus 3, which is the common denominator. මෙතන තියෙනවා 5 plus මෙතන තියෙනවා 2. On this side, we have a mixed number. So during simplification, we don't usually keep mixed numbers because it's very annoying. So if you have a proper fraction, ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. Improper fraction එකක් තිබ්බට ඒත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. But mixed numbers, not really, right? So whenever you get a mixed number, you make sure that you convert it to an improper fraction. Correct. So 7 multiplied by 1 is, sorry, 7 is 4. 4 මෙතන multiply කරනවා. 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. එකට add කරනවා මේ 3. 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 denominator is 4. So this is the fraction. Here 5 plus 2 is 7. A minus 3. Here 7 over 4. Now we do cross multiplication. So this is very easy, lamai. Mada equal sign එකක් තිබිලා දෙපැත්තේ තනි fractions දෙකක් තිබ්බොත්. Mada equal sign and දෙපැත්තේ singular fractions දෙකක් තියෙද්දි you can do cross multiplication. මෙයාම මෙයත් එක්ක multiply කරා, මෙයාම මෙයත් එක්ක multiply කරා. So 7 multiplied by a minus 3. Here 7 multiplied by 4. I divide both sides by 7. 7, 7 cancels. Here also 7, 7 cancel. Then a minus 3 I get as 4. Then this minus 3 I bring to other side. Then I have plus 3. Therefore, a we get 4 plus 3, which is 7. Is this clear, Lamai?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Satsarani's, Senodi, you just joined, no? So actually, I was planning to do the rest of the lessons today, but it's 7:50 and Zuha joined quite early on, but then Maria joined a little later, Satsarani joined a little later, and Senodi joining now. I understand there must be a reason for that, but please make sure you let Miss Divya know if you're getting delayed. And also today attendance is very, very low. So I'm not really happy with that. You may have term tests, but it's just a matter of dropping a text. Okay, so we are not doing mass classes, Lamai, right? We are doing group classes. If I cannot conduct the class on a particular day and I don't tell you anything and I leave you hanging, that would be very, that won't be nice of me, right? So in the same manner, if we already have a plan to do the class, but in case you cannot attend the class, or if you're getting a little late, that is perfectly fine. You may have your own reasons, right? But it's just a matter of letting know. Miss Divya message them, she'll let me know so that I know who's coming and who's not coming, right? So today, when we started early on, it was just Zuha and Maria. So we started discussing questions. I think Senodi got dropped. No, she's here. So, so yes, for both Senudi and Satsarani, what I was saying is that since it was just Zuha and Maria, we decided rather than discussing the lessons, what we are going to do is we will discuss questions because you either have term test tomorrow or in the coming days, right? Okay, so Satsarani, Senudi, both of you, if you all also have any questions that you would like me to discuss during the class, please you can let me know. Zoom එකට හරි photo එකක් දාන්න හරි මගේ අහන්න හරි. දැන් අපි මෙච්චර වෙලා discuss කරේ square root long division method එක අපි revise කරා, and then this is a Lyceum past paper. We discussed the third question. And now we are going to discuss the fourth question. I think it's in the main chat. Satsarani, Senudi, all clear? Okay. Also, one more thing that I have been telling Maria and Zuha is that since we are a little behind, අපිට third term ගන්න පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ ඉඳා අපිට තියෙන lessons කීපේ there are some short lessons which you can cover with recordings. For that, I will send you recordings which you can watch throughout the week, and then the questions we can discuss during the class. I think this is an arrangement that I have told you all before as well, but I was not able to share the recordings with you. I will make sure that also happens very soon, right? So that we can cover up those lessons and we can start fresh in third term, right? 1 second. All right. Then let's discuss the fourth question. From what you shared, Zuha. I will take a screenshot of this question. All right. In the logarithms lesson, are we getting the log numbers or no? Obviously, you're getting the log number. Log numbers can log table. Look at this, Is that what you're talking about? Log table, definitely they are giving. Actually, my term test එකට ඔයගොල්ලන් ගෙනියන්න ඕනේ log table, log book එක. You know, like if you go to the bookshop, they have this I think now it's 20 or 50 rupees. Back in the days, it was only 10 rupees. That small booklet, the log table with the log tables. So you have to take it to school term test and all that. But at O levels, definitely they are giving you a separate sheet with all the log tables. Okay, so log numbers you never have to memorize. Just the method, how to solve those questions only you need to know. All right. From the top of a building 60 meters high, point A, the angle of depression of a car, point C, parked on the road is observed to be 65 degrees. Draw a scale diagram using the scale 1:1000. Okay. From the top of a building 60 meters high. අපේ scale එක මුලින් අපි බලමු. It's 1:1000. ඒගොල්ලන් කියලා තියෙනවා කොච්චරක්ද 1 cm කියලා. එහෙම දුන්නේ නැතත් we know when they say 1:1000 ඒ කියන්නේ මේ තියෙන අපේ drawing එක මේ තමයි ඇත්ත එක. Right, this is our drawing. And this is the real one. So that means අපේ එක 1 centimeter නම් real එක 1000 centimeters. And we know 1000 centimeters, how do you convert it to meters? You divide by 100. So then only you get 10 meters. So 1 centimeter is represented by 10 meters. ඒක තමයි මෙතන ඒගොල්ලන් කෙලින්ම දීලා තියෙන්නේ. But in case they don't give, you know how to work it out now. So, from the top of a building 60 meters high. So we have a building. Mane podi sketch එක ඇඳ ගන්නවා. Always scale diagrams අඳින්න කලින් draw a little sketch on your like rough work paper or somewhere. Podi sketch එක ඇඳ ගන්න so that you have an idea. කපාට scale diagram එක අඳින්න පටන් ගන්න එපා. And මෙන්න මේ building එකක් තියෙනවා. මේක 60 meters high. මේ මම චූටි scale diagram just a sketch only I'm drawing. මෙතන උඩ point එක point A. Angle of depression of a car. Angle of depression ගන්න ළමයි, from any point you first draw a perpendicular line. A horizontal line like this. මෙතන ඉඳන් පල්ලෙහාට තමයි ඔයා ගන්න. හැම වෙලෙම if you are getting the angle of elevation කියන්නේ උඩට, angle of depression කියන්නේ යටට. ඔයා එක ගන්න හැම වෙලෙම මොකක් හරි point එකක් නම් ඔයා හිතන ඔයා ඒ point එකේ ඉන්නේ කියලා. එතන ඔයාගේ eye level එක ඔයා imagine කරගන්නවා. So in this particular case, angle of elevation or depression බලද්දි දැන් මෙතන point A ඉඳන් බලන්න. So you imagine that you are at point A. And you imagine your eye level. So this is your eye level. So angle of elevation no measure කරන්නේ ඔයාගේ eye level එකේ ඉඳන් උඩට. If the angle of elevation is 30 degrees, that means ඔයාගේ eye level එකේ ඉඳන් උඩට 30 degrees. Angle of depression you measure downwards from your eye level. So let's say angle of depression is like 25 degrees. Eye level එකේ ඉඳන් පල්ලෙහාට 25 degrees measure කරනවා. So that is about angle of elevation and angle of depression. So, in this particular question, they say angle of depression of a car parked on the road is 65 degrees. So what you do is, you take a protractor, මෙන්න මෙතනින් eye level එකේ නම් පටන් අරගෙන පල්ලෙහාට 65 degrees measure කරනවා. Right. Measure කරලා ඔය point එක mark කරලා මෙහෙම straight line එකක් අඳිනවා. දැන් මේකනේ our bottom line එක. And this is where point C is. And this angle is 65 degrees. This is basically the sketch of this diagram. Is the sketch clear to you, Lamai? Sanudi? All right. Now we'll draw the proper scale diagram. So, මෙයාගේ height එක ගත්තොත් that is 60 meters. So 1 centimeter shows 10 meters. Now we have to show 60 meters, right? In a 60 meters show karanne 6 centimeters one. Because 1 centimeter shows 10 meters now, 6 centimeter only will show 6 meters. So then 6 centimeters kilo you take a ruler and you draw, you can measure it, measure karla. හරියටම 6 centimeter line එකක් construct කරනවා. Obviously, I don't have a ruler, so I'm not going to measure, but you have to measure, right? It should be exactly 6 centimeters. Scale diagram you can label 6 centimeters. Why use karpu measurement එක ඔයාලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්. And we know this is point A. 6 centimeter line එක ඇඳට පස්සේ ඔයාලට මේ horizontal lines දෙක ඇඳ ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. This is one horizontal line. This other horizontal line is the eye level, right? My dotted line making and the then 65 degrees palhara gando. So you keep a protector, right? Or protector akmehematiyanama. Itana metana 0 kira. So 0 in the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65. And me hari wage tamai 65 thi. So I ka mark kalam him line ekak draw kar. So I will draw this nicely using a protector. You measure 65 degrees. Let's say 65 degrees is about this much. And you mark that point and you draw a line. Like that. And this would therefore be point C. So 65 degrees can may angle yeah? Not this angle. Make a 65 degrees can. Okay, eye level angle of depression bala. Okay, up to this point, is this clear? 6 centimeters. So the only two measurements, Anitokum straight lines on the the only two measurements that you have to take is 6 centimeters, which is this, and also 65 degrees, which is this. Measure draw okay, then find the actual horizontal distance between the building and the car using the above scale diagram. The scale diagram can deliver any. Oya ganna rule eka. A rule eka karang metana mehema tiyala. Oya measure kala banna metana indang metana ta kochra distance ekak tiyana kiyala, and you write that. So since I didn't draw the scale diagram here, mathaita make a kochra tiyana ke danne naha. But you should be able to get it. By any chance, did any of you get this? Any of you can Anita Zuha, did you try this question?
Oh, I tried, but I could not find the answer.
Right, okay. But now you understand, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Maria, Satsarani, Senudi, is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Others, is it clear? Make a length measure karagana since I didn't draw the scale diagram, I'm not very sure. Okay. All right. Then एक B part එක. A vehicle took 1.5 hours to travel 90 kilometers and 2.5 hours to travel the remaining 130 kilometers of the journey. Find the average speed of the vehicle. How do you find the average speed, Nama? How do you find the average speed? Average speed එක අපි හොයන්නේ So here බලන්න ළමයි speed is generally distance over time. Yes, Maria. Speed is generally distance over time. But here there are two times and two distances. 1.5 hours, 2.5 hours. Distance of 90 kilometers, 130 kilometers. So, how we find the average speed is, we ignore the two different times and two different distances. And what we do is, average speed කියලා අපි total distance traveled අරගෙන we divide this by the total time taken. So total distance now, here there is 90 kilometers and here there is 130 kilometers. එදක ඇඩ් කරන්නනේ ඕනේ. Hours මෙතන තියෙනවා 1.5 අතන 2.5. So 1.5 hours plus 2.5 hours. So 90 plus 130 is 220 kilometers. 1.5, 2.5 can 2 plus 1, 3. 3 half day 4. It's 4 hours. So we just have to divide. 4 times 5 is 22 remaining. 4 times 5 is 20 kilometers per hour. Is this clear to all of you? Please give me a thumbs up. Okay. So I think those are the questions that you wanted to discuss, right, Suha? Any other questions? And others also, please, if you all have questions, you can let me know. Anything? Okay. Maria Satsalani Senudi, do you all have any question දැන්ට කරපු lessons වල ඔයගලන්ට stuck වෙන තැනක් තියෙනවා නම් that you would like us to discuss today? Okay, I guess all good. Just one question that Shweta has shared. It's not a question really. It's මම මේක screenshot එකක් අරගන්නම් viewers, therefore we can then. Okay. දැන් මේකත් අපි කතා කරලා, because I have to send her the answer. මේකත් අපි කතා කරලා we will move to what we were discussing in the lessons. මේකේ අහලා තියෙන්නේ I get the first half. What does the other method mean? Is both answers right? I'll screen record this so that I can share this with her. Okay. So here, I'm not exactly sure which methods she's asking, but I think it's this and this. Okay, anyways, these are both correct. Let's take a plus b squared. A plus b squared, how we would usually find this is, I mean, grade 10 වල ඉගෙන ගන්න කලින් how we would usually do this is a plus b squared means a plus b multiplied by a plus b. Sorry, a minus b තියන්නේ. So then මේක ඔයාට එක්ක කෙලින්ම මෙතන ගන්න පුළුවන් a times a squared, a times minus b minus ab, b times a minus ab, ab can be a and minus b times minus b plus b squared. Therefore, a squared minus ab is minus 2ab. Here plus b squared. Okay. So මේකම in the very early days when we learned about this, මේ වගේ එකක් දැන් හිතන්න මෙහෙම එකක් ඔයා කොහොමද කරන්නේ? a minus b කියන එක තවත් ලේසි වෙයි ඔයගන්ට ඕනනම් පුළුවන්. දැන් first you multiply a by this and this, right? So that means you can write it as a multiplied by a minus b. then මෙයාගෙන multiply කරනවා. So ඒක you can write as minus b a minus b. එතකොට එතනත් ඉන්නේ මේ කරපු එකම තමයි. The same thing only you are getting here. So they are both the same thing. Right? So I'm not sure if that's what Shweta is asking, but I think that this is it. But here also you get the same thing, right? A times a is a squared. A times minus b is minus ab. Minus b times a is again minus ba. Minus b again minus ab में තමයි. Minus b times minus b is plus b squared. So a squared minus ab is minus 2ab plus b squared. It's the same thing. හැබැයි in grade 10, now we learned a shortcut for this. මේ මුළු එකම අපිට කරන්න ඕනේ නෑ. Right? If you have a minus b squared, now what is our shortcut? Instead of going through this entire calculation, we simply, this is what we do. මුලින්ම a නේ. First term එකේ square එක ගන්න. So here first we have a, so we get the square of a, that is a square. ඊළඟට first term එකයි second term එකයි මේ 2y multiply කරන්න. A multiplied by b is ab, ab multiplied by 2 is 2ab. Sign එක බලමු. Here plus no. Plus multiplied by minus is minus. Minus multiplied by plus is minus. ඊළඟට second term එකේ square එක ගන්නවා. Second term එක minus b නේ. Minus b ගේ square එක b times b squared minus times minus is plus. So now this is the shortcut for finding this instead of going through this entire calculation. Is this clear to all of you, Lamai? Okay. All right. So, yeah, I think that's about it. We'll move to our lesson. Where did we stop last day? Can somebody tell me? Last week was, I think, 8th, no? 8th. I'll also check the whiteboard note. I think we have some homework to discuss. Homework is, we were doing parallelograms. Parallelograms 2 වලට අපි ඇවිල්ලා 16.1 we have 467. So Podi Diak, I have a question. This is more like a little like a survey. I'm thinking of I'm just considering moving from Zoom to Microsoft Teams. I'm not really sure yet. I'm just thinking it, just considering. What do you think? Have you all used Microsoft Teams before? Okay, others? Have others used Microsoft Teams before? I think you got caught up with the COVID-19 era, right? So Kalo Teams, Microsoft Words, Microsoft Teams and Zoom, they come use Sunane. So I think you're quite familiar with that. Just because I recently saw that Microsoft Teams has some nice features, which Zoom doesn't really have. I'm sure just considered only. I'll let you all know if we change. And anyways, exercise 16.2, the homework is 467. Sixteen point 2467. Okay. This is my exercise 16.2. PQRS, okay, so this is geometry. PQRS in the figure is a parallelogram. PQRS is a parallelogram. Harine mark kala tiya. Opposite sides are parallel. The points x and y lie on PR such that px equals xy equals yr. Prove that qx equals sy. qx equals sy. qx equals xy. Sorry, sy ne hari. ये देख तां पे equal केला prove करන්න ඕනේ. Okay. How do we do this? If y'all did the homework, qx and sy equal කියලා prove කරන්න නම් what we can do is අපිට පුළුවන් නේද ළමයි, we can make this triangle and this triangle congruent. If we can make these two triangles congruent, we can show that qx and sy are equal. How do we make these congruent? px කියන side එකයි ry කියන side එකයි තියෙනවා. So we have one side pair, no problem. Anything else that we have? මේ triangles දෙක equal මොනවාද components වෙන? අග්ගා කියන්නේ. Correct. මෙයයි parallel නේ ළමයි. එහෙනම් බලන්න මේ parallel lines දෙකක් මැද we have Z shape angles. This angle and this angle. Right? So those are alternate angles and they are also equal. So alternate angles, therefore these also equal. Z shape. Alternate angles. So one pair of angles equal. Anything else? Anything else? See, this is a parallelogram, right? Therefore, the side PQ and the side SR should also be equal, right? Because you know, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, right? In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, right? So since opposite sides are equal, we can take that side pair as well, right? That means PQ and SR are also equal. Okay. So now it's just a matter of writing. So we'll write it. So PXQ and SYR, right? Triangle PXQ and SYR. PX equals YR. Reason will write given. They have given. Then angle, right? Angle like a methane QPX and methane SRY. QPX methane SRY. Those we write the reason as alternate angles between parallel lines. And finally, we have PQ equals SR. Their reason you have to write opposite sides in a parallelogram. So because of these, we can say, therefore, triangle PXQ is congruent to triangle SYR under SAS case. Is this clear to all of you, Lame? Thumbs up, please. Then we have to show that QX is parallel to SY. QX කියන මෙයාව අපි SY ට parallel කියලා පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ. How do we show that? Okay. ඒක පෙන්නන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. That is, we can take, හරි. දැන් අපි දන්නවා මෙන්න මේ angle එක PXQ, they're in between two parallel lines. So how can we get that? Just because they're in between two parallel lines? බලන්න මෙහෙම කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. So this angle and this angle, they are equal anyways. මම මෙතන කරනම් Roman number 2 එක. So this angle, the angles that I have marked in black, this angle and this angle, they are equal because anyways, these are corresponding angles of congruent triangles, right? So we'll write PXQ equals SYR. Reason is congruent triangles දෙකක් නේ. So corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are congruent triangles. දැන් ළමයි මම මොකද කරන්නේ? මට ඕනේ බලන්න මේ 180 line එක. මේකත් 180 straight line එකක් නේ. So what I'm doing is, since these two angles are equal, mum PXQ subtract करना 180 के, and SYR would subtract करना 180 के. That should also be equal, right? Because the two angles are equal. When I subtract them from 180, that should also be equal. Okay. Balanna, if you take this 180 degree straight line, මේ තමයි PXQ. එයාව subtract කරාම මට හැදෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ angle එක නේද? And that angle is QXY. This angle is QXY. So 180 minus PXQ is this QXY. Then 180 minus SYR is this angle, which is SYX. So 180 minus SYR is this one, which is SYX. Now these two angles are equal. Up to that point, is it clear? Senudi, Satsarni. බලන්න ළමයි මේ angles දෙක ඉන්නේ නිකන් Z shape එකකට නේද? මේ ඒක ඉන්නේ Z shape එකකට. So Z shape එකකින් ඉන්න angles equal කියලා කියන්නේ. Therefore we can say that this line and this line are parallel because these are alternate angles. Z shape එකකට තියෙන angles දෙක equal කියලා කියන්නේ they are alternate angles no? Alternate angles equal වෙනවා කියන්නේ those two lines are parallel lines. Therefore, let's say දැන් මෙතන මේ angles දෙක equal කිව්වනේ. Then we say but they are alternate angles. Therefore, QX is parallel to SY. Reason is alternate angles are equal. So that is how we show that QX is parallel to SY. Is this clear to all of you, Lamai? Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute for any recorrections. Quickly write. Okay, ළමයි. දැන් ඊළඟට මොකක්ද තිබ්බේ 6 එකනේ. sixth. So let me get the sixth question to the whiteboard. Let's quickly discuss. The figure depicts two parallelograms named ABCD and ABCD and APCQ. Prove that the lines AC, BD, and PQ are concurrent. AC, BD, and PQ. What we have to show is concurrent. They meet at one common point. Concurrent means that. So you can a common point meet when so this might look a little complicated, but it's not really that complicated. I will show you how. Do you remember we said in a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other? Okay, so let's first only look at ABCD. If you look at ABCD, these are our diagonals, right? Yeah. Yeah. These are our diagonals, and we know diagonals bisect each other. Give me 1 second. Sorry, Lamai. So anyways, yes. So as we were discussing, diagonals bisect each other. මේ part එකයි equal and මේ part එකයි equal, right? So I will mark this intersection point as O. මම මෙයාව mark කරන්න O කියලා. හරිද? Okay. So I will write it as parallelogram ABCD. AO equals OC and DO equals OB. The reason is we know in a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. Okay. Therefore, so that means what is the midpoint? Midpoint is O, right? Therefore, O is the midpoint. Just see how I'm doing this. Huh? O is the midpoint. Then ek amataka karala. Oh, sorry. I make a erase kind of very. Okay, just leave it. Let's look at APCQ. APCQ කියන එක කෙනා. මෙයාගේ මොනවාද diagonals? AC is one diagonal and PQ is another diagonal. Okay. So here as you can see, we can say in parallelogram APCQ, AO to OC, AO equals OC. And there PO equals OQ. What is the reason? We know in a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. And therefore, here also O is the midpoint. දැන් එහෙනම් කලින් parallelogram එකේ O is the midpoint. Here also O is the midpoint. Therefore, we can say AB කියන line එක, AC කියන line එකයි, BD කියන line එකයි, PQ කියන line එකයි, they are concurrent. AC, BD and PQ are concurrent because they all have O as the midpoint. This is how you should write this question. Is this clear to all of you, Lamai? All right. 1 minute for corrections. Make it fast. All right, Lamai. So that is the sixth question. Let's move on to the next question, which is the seventh question, right? Now they have not given you a diagram. You have to draw a diagram on your own, right? Okay. So in the parallelogram PQRS, the bisectors PSR and QRS meet at the point X and X on the side PQ. Okay. Hi. තාම අපිට මුකුත් තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ, but parallelogram කියලා දෙන්නේ. So let's just draw a parallelogram. ඔගන් කරාද නැද්ද මේ questions? නිකන් බොරු discuss කරලා වැඩක් නැහැ. You have to do. Did you all do this homework? Huh? නැද්ද? Mare, did you do the homework? All right. Recordings දැන් ඔයගන්ට ඔක්කොම LMS එකේ log වෙලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Last week recordings උත් තියෙනවා මං හිතන විදියට. I'll double check, but ඔයගොල්ලෝ absent වෙන ඕන record එකක් ඔයගලන්ට මේ LMS එකෙන් දැන් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Whiteboard notes ඔක්කොම LMS එක තමයි දාන්නේ. So now Miss Divya will not be sending anything. Everything will be in the LMS. Recordings, whiteboard notes, everything. Yes, okay. So do check, and if it's still not there, let me know. I'll also check. So okay. P Q R S. Bisectors of PSR. PSR කියන්නේ මෙයානේ. මෙයාගේ bisect එකයි QRS කියන්නේ මෙයාගේ bisect එකයි. They meet at point X on the side PQ. Okay, so PSR के bisect කියන්නේ there's a line dividing this side equally into two. That means this part and this part are equal. Then there's a line going through this bisect කියලා කියන්නේ that divides this part and this part into two. And they meet here, and the point is X. Okay, this is how we construct the diagram. Draw a figure with above information included in it. So all of this information need to be included. Prove that PX equals PS. PX equals PS. Okay, how can we prove this now? PX equals PS, how are we going to prove? Balanda, බලන්න ළමයි now මම මේ වගේ වට ලේසි x or y or මොන letters දාගත්තොත් හරි ලේසි, right? So yeah, so මෙතන already මෙතන x එකක් තියෙන හින්දා I won't put x, I'll put a. So since these two angles are equal, I will put simple a, and these two angles are equal, so I will put simple b. Now this is, we know this is a parallelogram, right? Parallelogram means opposite sides are parallel. Opposite sides parallel කියලා කියන්නේ මේ angle එකයි equal. මෙයා a නම් මෙයාත් a. Right? So I will write that PXS equals XS, again, XSR. Reason: alternate angles between parallel lines. And therefore, PXS equal XSR කියලා කියන්නේ, that is simple A. So, එහෙනම් ඔන්න මෙයාත් simple A. Now, if I consider this triangle, මේ angle එකත් A, මේ angle එකත් A. So those two angles equal means this side and this side will be equal. So I will write that in triangle PXS. Now this angle and this angle are equal. They are both simple A. ne? PSX equals PXS. And they're both equal to A. Therefore, in a triangle, when two angles are equal, the sides opposite to them are also equal. මෙයාට opposite side එක මෙයා and මෙයාට opposite side එක මෙයා. එහෙනම් this PS side and PX side are therefore equal. Therefore, PS equals PX. Let's write sides opposite to equal angles in a triangle. ඒකේ අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් PXS කියන්නේ isosceles triangle එකක් කියලා. Okay. Yeah, I think that is clear. Is that clear to all of you? Okay. ඊළඟට කියනවා මේක හරි prove that x is the midpoint of PQ. PQ ගේ midpoint එක x කියලා අපි පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ. How would you show that? That basically means that you have to show here that PX is equal to XQ කියලා පෙන්වනවා නම් හරි. කොහොමද දැන් මේක පෙන්නන්නේ? What do you think? Hmm? Parallelogram is bisected by what? What do you mean parallelogram is bisected? How do we get that? Yes, Tamay? How did you get this? කොහොමද ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරේ? One second. Okay, so let's do Roman number. So I'll put Roman number. This is Roman number 2, ne? This is Roman number 3. Now give me 1 minute. Lama, please give me a second. There's a bit of an issue. Just give me like 2 minutes. I'll quickly be back. Okay, I'm sorry, Lamai. There was a bit of an issue, but all good. What were we discussing? X is the midpoint of PQ. We have to prove that. So far, what did we prove? Okay, okay. All right. Okay. So X is the midpoint of PQ. So for that, I told you, we have to prove that this part is equal to this part. Okay. So then make a balapugama ekapata mukut tenne nahane. So what we'll do is, okay. So here we have A. And here we have A. Here we also have A. All right. And then make a gun information at the dapita. So here A plus A. So here 2A. B, 2A plus B. 2A plus 2B. Yeah. A plus 2B is 180, 90. A plus B is 90. So this is also 90. So we can get that this is 90. For this, I think we don't have enough information. In the parallelogram PQRS, bisectors of PSR and QRS meet at point X. Okay. So A plus B. Hari, apita metana mehema kiyana puran lamai. So one thing, let's go step by step. We know that this is parallel to this, right? So this is XZ shape. Therefore, මෙයා B නම් ඕන මෙයාත් අපිට B කියලා ගන්න නම් පුළුවන්. Right? So that is all good. So here A we have, here B we have. And we can say මෙයාත් B හින්දා sides opposite to the equal angles. Therefore, this part. All right. Okay. Yes. Got it. We have enough information. So, අර මං කියප එක අපි දැන් ලියමු. බාන ළමයි මෙතන this line is parallel to this line. Right? එතකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් නේද? මෙයයි equal කියලා. We can say that those are equal because that is alternate angles. So let's write that QXR equals XRS. QXR equals XRS. The reason is alternate angles between parallel lines. Okay. And now this is B. This is B. Therefore, QSR is B. Okay. Now this is B. This is also B. And I want the opposite equal. Therefore, this side will be equal to this side. So, QXR equals QRX. Therefore, QXR equals QRX and they are both equal to B. Therefore, we can say QX and QR are equal. QX equals QR, and we already know the reason. Sides opposite to equal angles in a triangle. Up to this point, is it clear, Lamai? Okay. So, then the next part is, Balanda Lamai Metana, this is a parallelogram. Parallelogram එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ PS කියන side එකයි QR කියන side එකයි equal. Why? They are opposite sides of a parallelogram. So we'll write, but PS equals QR. Opposite sides of a parallelogram, right? බලන්න ළමයි මෙතන මෙයා QR මෙයා PS. So මෙතන PS තියෙනවා මෙතන PS තියෙනවා මෙතන QR තියෙනවා මෙතන QR තියෙනවා. That means if I label this as equation 1 and this as equation 2, මෙයාගේ PS මෙයාගේ QR තියෙනවා, those are equal, means equation 1 is equal to equation 2. ඒකෙන් අනිත් දෙන්නත් equal. මෙතන ඉන්නවා PX මෙතන ඉන්නවා QX. Therefore, PX is equal to QX. Then PX ඉන්නේ මෙතන, QX ඉන්නේ මෙතන. ඒ දෙන equal කියන්නේ X is the midpoint. Right? Then equal means X is the midpoint. Therefore, X is the midpoint of PQ. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Finally, prove that PQ equals 2PS. PQ can make a 2PS. That's easy now. So we know PQ කියලා කියන්නේ PQ equals PX plus QX. PX plus QX, right? PQ කියන එක නා හැදෙන්නේ PX plus QX. And මෙතන අපි Q already PX equals QX කියලා. Right? So we can say, but PX equals QX. ඒකින්ද මට මෙයාව ලියන්න පුළුවන්. මේක උනම් proven above කියලා දාන්න. PQ equals PX. Now QX is also equal to PX. So instead of QX, I'll write PX. Right? That means PQ equals 2PX. Now we know PX is equal to PS, right? එක අපි මේ හරිය prove කරා. PS and PX are equal, right? But px equals ps. True and above. එහෙනම් මෙයාව ලියන්න පුළුවන් pq equals to px is equal to ps. So instead of px, I can write ps. pq equals to ps. Is that clear to you? Others? All right, take 1 minute for recorrections and we'll move on to the next. Okay, Lamai, I think that is enough time. Shall we move on? There's a few more questions, no? 17.1. 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Lamai, 17.1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's first discuss 6. 17.1 के 6 तक discuss करूँ अभी. Because we'll finish discussing all the questions today. Anyway, since the attendance is not very good, අපි ගොඩක් පටන් ගත්තේ questions discuss කරලානේ අපි exercises ටිකේ. Let's finish off discussing all the questions today. Okay. And also one more thing this week, July 2nd week, මං කොහොමද තියාගෙන හිටියේ July 2nd and 3rd week to give a few call rounds to your parents, because I think all this time it's you and like your parents and you both, you are communicating with Miss Divya most of the time, right? But I was not able to like talk to you or your parents properly. So මං සාමාන්‍ය මාස 3කට 4කට සැරයක් වගේ call round එකක් ගන්නවා parents අට. So this year I think I was not able to take any because things were a little hectic from my side. But I'm thinking of in July I will be taking some call rounds. Just letting you all know මම කලින් class එකක් කිව්වා. මොකද මට parents අර කියන්න පුළුවන් එතකොට what is our plan කියලා. Like what is our plan, what we are going to do next. Just so that they are also aware. නිකන් class එකට එනවා යනවා fees ගෙවනවා වගේ නෙවෙයි, they also should know what is going on, right? Okay, so just letting you all know that. Okay. The figure illustrates a parallelogram ABCD. If AE equals FC, prove that EBFD is a parallelogram. So, EBFD. I'm going to draw it again now. Okay, so this is not that difficult, right? Now, ABCD is already a parallelogram. And we know in a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other, right? මොනවාද මේ parallelogram එකේ diagonals? මෙයා එක diagonal එකක්, මෙයා තව diagonal එකක්, right? So that means AO should be equal to OC and DO should be equal to OB. Is that clear to you, Lamai? Okay. So I will write that. Mama, my topic came හැමලෙම දාන්න ඕනේ, but මං එහෙම දාන්නේ so it's very clear. Your answer should be very clear for anybody who is correcting, right? So ABCD parallelogram එක ගත්තොත් AO is equal to CO and DO is equal to BO. For both of this, reason is diagonals bisect each other in a parallelogram. Then බලන්න ඒක චුට්ටක් අමතක කරලා let's look at our little parallelogram. If you take our little parallelogram එකක් නෙවෙයි තාම අපි parallelogram එක කියලා prove කරන්න ඕනේ. දැන් අපි දන්නවා මෙතන AE and FC are equal, right? So now we already know AO equals CO. And they have given AE equals FC. AE equals FC, they have given. So, AO minus AE and CO minus FC. කියන්නේ මෙයාගේ මෙයා වඩු කරා මෙයාගේ මෙයා වඩු කරා. So, AO ගෙන් AE ව subtract කරාම I get EO. And CO ගෙන් FC ව subtract කරාම මට එනවා FO. So therefore, those two are equal. So I'll erase everything and just show you those two. What we got is EO equals FO. Is that clear to all of you, Lamai? Okay. Also, one more thing, all right. If you look at the big parallelogram, we already Q1 is DO equals BO. බලන්න අපේ චූටි parallelogram එකේ DO and BO are there. Right. චූටි parallelogram එක ගත්තත් ඒ දෙන්න ඉන්නවා. DO and BO. Right. So එයාත් මම ලියන්නම් DO equals BO. මේක මම ලියන්නම් prove and above. උඩ අපි already prove කරා. බලන්න EO and FO and here DO BO. මේ චූටි එක්කෙනාගේ diagonals නේද මේ? See here. EO and FO, මේ පැත්තෙන් DO and BO. These are diagonals of the small green color shape, right? So since this here also the diagonals bisect each other. EO is equal to FO, DO is equal to BO. Since the diagonals bisect each other, we can say මෙයා parallelogram එකක් කියලා. Earlier we learned parallelogram එකක් නම් diagonals bisect each other. Then අපි කියනවා diagonals bisect each other now it's a parallelogram. So since the diagonals are bisecting each other, we can say EBFD is a parallelogram. Why? Me diagonals are bisecting each other. So all right. Therefore, EBFD is a parallelogram. Reason is diagonals bisect each other. Is that clear to you? Give me a thumbs up, please. Others? Okay, so I asked her to do 7. Did I ask you to do 8th question? 8th කරන්න දුන්නද ඔයගලන්ට? ළමයි? 8th question did I give anybody? Because 8th is quite important. මම මගේ list එකේ නම් මට 8th එක මම දාගෙන නැහැ. මම වැරදිලා ඔයගලන්ට දුන්නද කියලා මම අහන්නේ. Okay. Can you all try the 8th one, please? Because 8th එක ටිකක් important question එකක්. The main importance is that they have not given the diagram. So ගොඩක් වෙලාවට එහෙම diagram එක දෙන්නේ නැති instances ඕන තරම් තියෙනවා in term tests and other past papers. So here this is quite slightly complicated. They have not given the diagram and you have to first draw the diagram and then only you have to prove this. Can you all try this? I will give you like 6 minutes. Quickly try. Make it fast, right? Kilame, what about others? Did you all do this? Maria has completed. What about others? And how did you find this question? Was it easy or difficult? Satsarani? Was this easy or difficult? It's okay. All right. So what we'll do is 7 and 8 we will discuss it the next day. And also we only have a little bit in parallelograms. So just to let you all know, the lessons that we'll be covering with recordings is that I think we did equations. Yeah, and percentages also we did. So sets lesson ekai, rates, formula, and maybe logarithms. I'm not sure about it yet. So these are the lessons that we will be covering with recordings, right? Essentially, we have to start third term lessons by August, right? August first week in api third term lessons start karan done. Hinda, we have to cover the rest with recordings. And for all the homework and for whatever you didn't understand, we'll discuss it during the class. So don't worry about it a bit. I will post all the recordings. And then Maugal put timelines, then I'm putting timestamps. Make how to make a bound only make how to make a bound on kill. I will give you some exercises, right? Then I think that would be easier. Let's make sure that we cover everything and we come back to the track. And finish off grade 10 as soon as possible so that we can start grade 11. Okay. So August, September, October, November, yeah, summoning December 1st week wage api grade 11 start karan done. So anne ehema thamai plan එක යන්නේ. So let's keep those in mind and make sure that we are aligned with that. So I will make sure that you receive all the recordings and I will give you some, as I said, some milestones. Other මේ දවසට මේක කරන්න මේ දවසට මේක කරන්න. So yeah, let's do it that way. 7, 8 questions we'll discuss it the next day. Do you all have any questions?
No, teacher.
All right, all good. Then good luck for your exams and yeah, we'll see each other next week. Until then, have a great week, Laman. Good night.